this video, we're going to be talking about all the things that you should know and have in mind when you want to rent an apartment in Lagos in 2025. Agents would use you. Agents will frustrate you. The money you are going to use for house hunting is different from the money for the rent. You will walk. Your leg will be white. My house is everything I dreamt of in a house and more. My house rent is huge. It's millions. I active like mad. The only thing I did not do in December is anything illegal. No matter how good the house looks, don't agree you. Make sure you check that house. How will you tell me that rent is 2 million, total package is 3.5 million? Like, who collects 1.5 million? Lagos is not a real place, I'm telling you. Don't pay for any house. So if you're not seeing the house cash and carry, like, don't pay. If you want to rent a house of 2 million in Lagos, you should have about 4 to 5 million. This is how they charge in ARA. If you want to go far, you pay less. If you want to come close to the Lekki, you pay higher. These are websites where you can find legit agents. The 2 agents that I can trust, I'll put them in this video so you can find them and contact them if you need somewhere as good as my place or even better. Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. If you're seeing this video, that means I did not quit after my first video and I decided to show up again. So clap for me, clap. Go ahead and clap. Yeah. Anyways, in this video I'm going to be explaining some of the struggles I went through looking for an apartment in Lagos recently. I just recently got my house. I'm going to try to do a video of my house. I did a lot, or I'm doing a lot on my Instagram and TikTok. So if you want to get updates on the things I bought, everything is on my TikTok, it's on my Instagram. So rush, go get the full gist. But in this video, we're going to be talking about all the things that you should know and have in mind when you want to rent an apartment in Lagos in 2025, because I rented in 2024 December. So I think the same rules still apply for now. But I think later in 2025, rules will change because Lagos, not even a real place, I tell you. So the first thing you want to know when you want to rent a place in Lagos is, where are you renting? First of all, how do you determine where to rent in Lagos? If you are new to Lagos, then maybe you came to Lagos because you got a job or you have a job, then you should rent somewhere very close to your workplace. Like, for example, if you work in Surulere, renting a house in Fade, Onikpan, Shomolu, Yaba, Mushin is still very cool and fine. Costain Bariga is very around Surulere. If you are working in Bagada, you can rent around Bariga, Yaba, Shomolu. All those areas are intertwined and linked together. If you are working in Ikeja, you can rent a place in Ikeja. Ikeja is wide on its own, so I don't know so many areas in Ikeja because I've never stayed there, and I don't have people there. But I think if you work in Ikeja, you can rent around Ojotobega. It's not far from Ikeja. And Okaja is not all far from Ikeja. Egbeda, I don't really know, but I think it's not also far from Ikeja. And then there's a straight route from Ikeja to Maryland, Anthony, Idiroko, Palm Grove, Onikpan, Fadei. So if you want to also live in those areas, you can. So if you want to work on the island and you don't want to rent on the island, you can rent around Surulere, Ojuelegba, Costain, Yaba, Bariga, Mushin axis. These axes are not far from the island. Even if they are not on the island, they are considered second to the island. I tell you the truth, I will not lie to you. And then maybe if you have a bit more in your budget, then you can try considering renting a place on the island. To be honest, it's not as bad as people project it to be. There are good houses on the island, only that you have to be open to the option of renting, co-renting, or getting a below par space if you have less money. But if you have enough, I'm talking about something around 2 million, 3 million, 4 million upward, you can get a decent self-con, a decent shared apartment, studio apartment, a mini flat from 3 million upward, and like that. So for island, those are the best deals you can get. I actually got my house around the mainland, just around Jibowu side. That is where my house currently is. Jibowu is in between Yaba and Mushin, so my house is somewhere here. That is where I got my place, and my place is actually like mind-blowing. I'll put a video so you see what my house looks like. My house is everything I dreamt of in a house and more. My kitchen is spacious, my parlor is spacious, my room is spacious, my toilet is giving. Everything is everything in So if you want a place like mine, I don't honestly know where you get it, because I think I got lucky. There was one thing my friend told me when I was trying to rent a house. She said, this thing you're doing is very hard, but I trust that you're a child of grace and you're gonna get it done. And guess what? I did. Another thing you want to do when you're trying to get a place to rent in Lagos is to get information around the rent rates in that area you are renting house. Like, for example, if you are renting house in Iyanopaja, Ikorodu, far places from the island, you know they are not expensive. So your budget can be something around 400, 500K for self-cons, and then maybe 1M for mini flats. Good, decent mini flats, I'm telling you. But if you are looking to rent in the happening places on the island, then find rent rates there. For example, when I wanted to rent in Aja, I had some friends in Aja I talked to, and they told me, okay, this is how they charge in Aja. If you want to go far, you pay less. If you want to come close to the Lekki, you pay high. And I'm like, let me just come back to my mainland. And yeah, there's something called Nigerian Property Center and Property Pro. These are websites where you can find legit agents. Now, I'm telling you the fact, agents would use you. Agents will frustrate you. So this leads me to my third part. Get a very good and reliable agent. I'll put my agent's number in this video. The 2 agents that I can trust, I'll put them in this video so you can find them and contact them if you need somewhere as good as my place or even better. But a mistake you don't want to make when you are renting in Lagos is to use a nonsense agent that doesn't send your papa, because those people are just out for their money. They're just out for their daily 2K. They don't really care whether you get your dream house or not. An agent has taken me to an uncompleted building before and told me that this house will be ready in 2 weeks. Another one has taken me to an uncompleted building before and told me that this house will be ready in March. I should pay for house. Don't pay for any house. So if you're not seeing the house cash and carry, like, don't pay. You are using your money to complete the house. And you know the problem with those kind of houses, when the house is complete, if you don't like it, your money is gone. You have to stay there for like 1 year or 2 years, or how many years you paid for before you move. So you don't want to be caught in that circle. I'm telling you. Agents, get a reliable one. Numbers in this video so you can get any ones you want, or maybe in the description box. Another thing you want to do is start saving for your rent, maybe years or months before you actually move. This is for people who are moving to Lagos for the first time, because I moved to Lagos for the first time and I found it very difficult to blend in, because I don't know, I was just shocked. Like, how will you tell me that rent is 2 million, total package is 3.5 million? Like, who collects 1.5 million? Then they come back and tell you, oh, it's agency, it's agreement. Who is agreeing? They'll tell you it's agency, it's agreement. Now lie you. Both landlord, both people that have the house, all of them, landlords and agents, not see anything. So start saving your money way earlier. And if you want to rent a house of 2 million in Lagos, you should have about 4 to 5 million. If you want to rent a house, I'm not talking about furnishing, just to get the house, because to get the house, not furnishing. Furnishing is a whole different video on it. So I'm telling you the fact. This is just getting the house, getting the empty building, getting the good place. And if you are looking to rent around Yaba, I think renting around Yaba is very popular. So I'm going to try to say more about Yaba. If you're looking to rent around Yaba to Jibowu, to the area I stay, then you should have, to have a good place, you should have nothing less than 2 million naira for a mini flat. This is as at January 2025. In January 2026, it's probably be like 3.5 3 million naira for a mini flat. Lagos is not a real place, I'm telling you. So just to prepare your mind, save as much as you can. I have videos on my Instagram where I'm explaining how you can save, start small, invest those savings and earn more money. And yeah, that is it. Another thing is that you have to be prepared to work. You see all those wear jeans trouser, carry kaftan if you have to, anything you want to wear that will be free for you to walk. You will walk. I'm not saying walk as in Ishe. I'm saying walk as in ring. You will walk and walk and walk. Your leg will be white. You will walk out tire. See, the person will lost. See, and you know the funny thing, this thing, Lagos is actually very classist. I don't know if people talk about this enough, but Lagos is very classist because there are some people that will be in their room and they will bring the house to them. Some people will be in another state and they have agents working for them here. Guess what they are doing? They are paying a lot of money. They can pay an agent to not send a house to anybody and just be sending it to them alone. So if the agent gets the house, it's going to immediately tell the landlord, this house is taken. The house is not taken. They are reserving it for somebody that has paid them. So if you have money, smalls, you can get a house in like maybe 2, 3, 5 working days. You get a house. But if you don't have money to be covering mouth, my dear, prepare to work. And don't fall for videos. Like I always say, people agents are just after their daily 2K. They will send you a video that makes the house look bigger than it is because they're using 0.5x frame rate on their phone. Don't fall for it. Go and see it yourself. No matter how good the house looks, don't agree. You go and see it yourself. Make sure you see it yourself. Make sure you check that house yourself. I think I'll put some videos of houses they showed me if I still have them so that you see what I'm talking about. It's the ghetto for real. Make sure you go and see it yourself because some houses will look big and then when you enter the house, when you go and see it yourself, the streets, another thing. Is it safe? Is it secured? Are they thugs there? Because they are like thugs many places in Lagos. It's crazy. Those are other things. Also know that you're going to be paying the agents transportation. So don't even start house hunting if you don't have money. The money you are going to use for house hunting is different from the money for the rent. House hunting money should have a budget. If you are looking for a house in a week, you will spend nothing less than 50k looking for house because if you want to use one agent, you pay him 10k or 15k or 20k or whatever his rate is at the time you see this video or the time you are house hunting. And then after that, you're still going to pay transportation to wherever you're going to. If you're not a posh person that doesn't use public transport, you use Uber. But no, your money is gone, your money is finished. So just settle for what you can afford. Me, I use public transport everywhere. In fact, I was even vlogging with my public transport with pride. Because while I was looking for house, did you know I was even saving for my house? It's crazy. Because you have to like double your this thing. You have to double your plans, your budget if you want to get a good place. Another thing is don't settle for less, to be honest, because the day that you start your house hunting, me, I put it in the back of my mind that the day I start my house hunting is not the day I get my house because there is always a better house. Even this my house, there is a better house than it that is not even posted yet, that has not come out yet. So there is always a better house. Don't settle for less. In a day, just make sure that you get a good day. Like my agent now, he took me to very good places that my search was up there in the rank. Like he didn't start by showing me an uncompleted building. He started by showing me very good houses, but the small problem like kitchen, like walkway, like streets, like space. So they were good, painted, POP, everything, basics, but it's just the small things that I started checking for. Is there a mosque close to your house? Is there a church close to your house? Is there this? All those things are things that I started checking for before I now settled. So next thing is have a backup plan for funds. Like for me, I said that my friends actually came through for me. I didn't have my total package money, but I had my rent intact. I budgeted 1 million naira as of August to rent a place. In September, I started saying things. I increased my budget to 1.5, to 1.2, 1.3. I was saving towards 1.2, 1.3 with total package. Open total package would be 2M. In November, when I got 2M, I realized that 2M was not even enough. I kept on saving. I worked in December as if I was a thief. I worked. See, the only thing I did not do in December is anything illegal. Because if they call me, I acted like mad because I was looking for money and God came through. My friends came through. Somebody just sent people helped me. Literally, people helped. God sent people my way. So in all your waka and everything, involve prayer, involve God, because the way God will pull up for you, the way God will pull up, you're gonna be shocked. So involve God in everything you're doing, like in your house hunting. Like it may sound crazy, like I'm house hunting. Why should I be praying about it? It's basically English and maths. No, involve God. See, the day I wanted to go and find my house, I told God that God, let this be it. Not even the day. I think every single day I went out to house hunt, I always tell God, God, please, let me see somewhere good. Let me see somewhere good. The day I saw this house, I couldn't sleep. I prayed that night. I said, God, I'm going to invest in this house. And I know one thing, you will not put me to shame. There's one thing I'm sure of after being sure of God's existence and heaven is that God will not put me to shame. God has never put me to shame. 3 years and counting in Lagos, still thriving, better than I started. God has not put me in shame, He will not start now. So I told myself that I'm going to invest in this house. I'm going to live the life that I want to live in this house. And God will not put me to shame. The bills will come, but God will settle it. I have bought things in a few days into January that I didn't even think of buying in 2 years of staying in Lagos. I did it in 2 weeks in January. What? God will not put me to shame. That's what I kept telling myself. The day I got this house, I was like, God, you did it. You've gotten the house. See, there was no part of me that felt doubts. Up till now, there's no part of me that feels doubts about my house rent is huge. It's millions. But there's no part of me that feels doubt that I can't pay my house rent. Because guess what? I'm gonna pay it. God is gonna do it. So believe that this house rent, we have collected it. We do. God will do it, and God will do it. Okay, don't worry. I think just to help you further, I'm gonna leave the description box. Leave in the description box some information that can help you. Anything basically I think can help you. I'm gonna leave them here. If you happen to be house hunting in 2025, make sure that you watch this video before you go, just to prepare your mind. And if there's anything I didn't say in this video and you know any other tips, you can add them in the comment section. Share your experiences so that people can also learn from them. For now, I think this will be it for this video. Thank you so much for coming back, and make sure to share this video, because you know, me and you know that this video is going to help somebody sooner or later relocating, moving, or packing from one place to another in Lagos. So why not? Share this video to your friends. Subscribe to my channel to see more of this realness. And then like, and make sure to drop a comment. You know how we are about comments here. We love comments. So drop a comment. Let me know what you think about my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.